Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play You Don't Know Jack Mach 2. I think we only have about 6 episodes left.
One person. Thank you. Gameplay functions as
At least if
follows.
I'm...
When you have located the
well,
correct answer to a question,
I'm
buzz
pretty
in.
sure this is
You are
episode
already familiar with the
45.
roles. Excellent. We will begin
And I'm also
immediately.
pretty sure the box said there were 50 episodes.
This category is got curdled milk. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. All right, so it's our back to school episode.
Back to
Back to
school,
school.
oh.
A tragic time in a kid's life. But does
I don't wanna go back
anybody
to
have it
school.
harder than the freshmen? Check this out. If freshmen stay fresh only as long as refrigerated milk does, when will the nation's high schools start to smell really, really bad? After the first week of school, after the third week of school, after the fifth week of school, or after the first semester?
I'm used to seeing about 2 weeks, so...
A carton of milk will stay fresh for, at most, 21 days, so you'll want to drink all your freshmen by the third week of school. Of course, the hard part is inserting the straw.
Oh, hey, come on, I'm not a juice box.
Yes, you are.
The category's gonna be movies to rent when mom's not home. You get this one right, you get 3,000 greenbacks. Open wide. Since there wasn't an original movie, which of the following back-to-school sequels would you definitely not see? Back to Horny Vixen School, Back to Satan School for Girls, Back to Stewardess School, or Back to Bikini Traffic School?
Not operate heavy machinery while choosing wrong answers.
Here's the one the winners pick. Believe it or not, there is no movie currently in existence called Horny Vixen School. Apparently, my agent is having a difficult time selling my screenplay. Why don't you return my calls, Maury?
I can think of a few
I'm
reasons.
calling this one Partnership for a Drugged America. $1,000 if you get it. Hey, check out this composition that a second grader wrote, okay?
This morning, I forgot my, look, a birdie, it can fly, and I'm a wizard. Woo. Mommy said not to forget my medicine, but Teletubbies is for babies. I want a pony.
Okay, slow down there, Timmy. What medicine did this hyperactive kid probably forget to take? Trusop, Zoloft, Claritin, or Ritalin?
Yeah, Ritalin.
Ritalin is a commonly prescribed drug for hyperactive kids. They'll usually stay on a daily dose of Ritalin until high school, where most of them will have access to other prescription drugs.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that's more middle school now, too.
Well, I hope you're all rested up, because you're about to take on a Dis or Dat. The name
Or
of this
the other.
Dis or Dat is Welcome to the Real Rat Race. Okay, I'm looking at 7 names here.
Elite
Okay, you've
boarding
been through this.
school
I'm
or
just gonna
type
put
of
your 30 seconds on the
cheese.
clock then.
Okay.
Joe, boarding school or cheese? Eat 'em. Eat 'em. Stilton. Hotchkiss. St. Paulin. Last one. Bluffton.
Aw.
You got 5 out of 7. Are you happy with that? Let's look at your score. All right, time marches on and all that stuff. Let's go.
5.
This one's called Psychological Trauma and Playground Games. You get it right, I'm giving you $1,000. So, you know how in gym class the smallest guys always get picked last for teams? Well, imagine the countries of the world are starting a pickup football game. Since it's the world's smallest country, which of the following would most likely be picked last? Vatican City, Tunisia, Monaco, or Luxembourg?
I'm pretty sure Vatican City is the smallest country.
Vatican City is actually an independent state, and, you guessed it, the smallest one in the world. I don't want Vatican City on my team, you take them.
Hey, I don't want him either. Pope's always tripping over his dress when he runs.
You'd think having the Pope would be,
Coming
know,
at you. Dude, it's like a
never mind.
cafeteria. You get it right, you get 2K. Oh, man, I gotta tell you, this high school journal, I am so glad I kept this. Oh, man, I remember this. Oh, yeah, I was trying to figure out which table to sit at in the cafeteria. Listen, each table has its own culture and codes. I can no more say that the Burnouts table is the right table than I can say that the Band Geeks, Goths, or Jocks table is the right table. Golly gee, what philosophy must I have been studying? Pantheism, determinism, communism, or relativism? relativism is the theory that truths are not absolute, but rather dependent on groups or individuals. Which means that some people think that jocks are nerds, and some people think that dweebs are cool. But I think we can all agree that the band geeks are still losers.
No, we can't. And of course, my voice cracks as I say that.
Showering with the weird guy.
No,
in the
we
gym.
can't
And this
all
one's
agree
worth
with that.
$1,000. You know something?
I will beat you
really
with a
hated
tuba.
having to shower in gym class. I'd often be late for my next class just so I could take a shower alone. Anyway, given that it multiplies when in contact with water, which of the following could never take a shower alone in the gym locker room? A gremlin, a chud, a body snatcher, or a tribble?
Yeah, never get it wet.
Gremlins reproduce as soon as they get wet, so they're never going to be able to take a shower in private. But that's okay. Since they're all anatomically similar, they won't have to lie to each other about the water being cold.
8,
Here's a little something I call, let's win one for the zipper. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, you know what I really hate? Freezing up just as I'm about to pee in a public restroom. But, you know what I hate even more than that? Getting all caught up in my zipper when I'm done. Since they're button fly, which type of Levi's should young men buy to avoid any embarrassing zipper accidents in the school restroom? 501s, 550s, 555s, or 569s?
501s, I think.
Here's a tip for you schoolboys out there, no pun intended. Stick to the Levi's 501s, because they're button fly. Of course, if some young fella is still getting caught up in those button flies, you gotta think he's doing that on purpose. Look alive.
Yeah,
This one's
because
a
that
when
wouldn't
did
be
happen.
nearly as painful, and it would
All
be
right, here's the-
fairly.
This when
Never
did
mind.
happen goes
You know
by.
how to play.
Well, far be it from me to argue. This when did happen goes by. Can you spell horse? Okay, kids, remember one thing. Be cool, stay in school. And nobody knows that better than professional athletes. Which is why this event happened. The NBA Stay in School campaign begins. So tell me, did this little event happen before the NBA started its Stay in School program, after they started it, or did it never happen at all?
He was fairly early. That never happened. MA from Oxford? That was after. I thought it had to be after. Huh. That was after. That might have been before. No. I could have sworn he was one of the skippers.
All right,
Oh well.
let's see how it turned out. Wow, you really sucked at that. Let's see what that does to you. So, what do you say we get on with it?
10,
The category is I'm hot for meaty teachers. $2,000 for correct answer. Eyes forward, we're going. If you were a substitute teacher were actually a meat substitute, what might her name be? Ms. Sorghum, Ms. Olestra, Miss Venison, or Mrs. Satan?
As long as her name's not Hercule.
Seitan is a vegetarian meat substitute. It's also known as wheat meat. Class, we'll be getting another substitute for you. It appears Mrs. Seitan has a yeast infection.
That would be pretty bad wheat.
This category is See Dick Get Addicted. You're looking at $3,000 on this one. Okay, free your mind. If Robert Palmer had developed the Palmer method, what would he be addicted to besides love? Multiplication tables, writing in cursive, phonics, or reading Braille?
Palmer method. Never heard that. At least I haven't heard it within my memory
The
span.
lights are on, but you're not home. Want to learn penmanship the old-fashioned way? You want the Palmer method. You know, I wish some of those NBA stars would have stayed in school and learned the Palmer method. Have you ever seen an autographed basketball? Looks more like an asphalt stain.
Oh yeah.
12,
Makes it way too easy to forge
Category's
that
gonna
stuff,
be,
too.
Bring me a bottle of your finest paste. $1,000 at stake on this one. Pencils ready. Let's do it. Based on the classroom game of the same name, how might you order a 7-Up in a diner without speaking? Give the waitress a bone to hide. Tap another customer's head and run. Put your head down and stick up your thumb, or throw a ball at the waitress.
Thumbs up, 7-Up.
The classroom game where everyone puts their heads down on their desks and sticks their thumbs up is called 7-Up. You remember that game? Then somebody would walk by your desk and break your thumb, or hit you on the head with a book. Didn't that happen to everyone?
I don't know, I was never picked.
13,
Always hated
I'm
that
calling
game.
this one. Strap on your helmet. The little bus is here. I'm gonna make this one $1,000. Okay, we all know that the wheels on the bus go round and round, and the wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. But what do the pistons on the bus do? Blink on and off, open and close, go up and down, or go beep, beep, beep.
They go beep, beep, beep. No, they don't.
Pistons move up and down. Kinda like that boy and that girl in the back seat.
14,
More the girl.
This one's called
You know.
Nuclear Waste is a Terrible Thing to Waste. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Okay, who remembers those Class of Nukem High movies? Come on, the good, the bad, and the
Never watched
subhumanoid.
them.
Ah, kids today. Well, anyway, tell me this. If the kids at Nukem High had a Sadie Hawkins dance, which of the following would you see? Mutant seniors asking mutant sophomores, mutant boys asking mutant boys, mutant teachers asking mutant students, or mutant girls asking mutant boys.
Yeah, good old Sadie Hawkins dance.
Traditionally, Sadie Hawkins dances are where the girls ask the boys. Although at Nukem High, they've added a new tradition. After the last dance, the mutant girls suck the mutant boys' brains out of their eye sockets.
So, the Black Widow version, or Praying Mantis version, or something like that?
You've almost... Oh, you already know the attack. Well, don't let me stand in your way. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about. Here's your clue. I only use brand name back-to-school items. Because
for
my
you.
parents send me a check every week.
Elmer's glue. Elmer's Ayatollah. Huh. Pilot. Jansports. That could be backpacks. That could be... They may make Trapper Keepers 5-star notebooks. Master locks. Nextel. I don't remember what Nextel is. I mean, I knew cell phone, but I didn't figure that was considered school supply.
Let's see how you jacked up your final score. That's it. Player one, I couldn't have done a better job myself because I wouldn't have played by myself. I would have found something else to do, you know? Now, but seriously, player one, and this isn't easy for me to say.
Pretty easy for the audience to say, though. Well, anyway, thank you for joining me for another episode of You Don't Know Jack Mach 2. Probably one of the last ones. One of the last You Don't Know Jack episodes ever, until they invent a new, PC or console game. So anyway, take care, folks. I'll see you all next time.
How many times did I
Enjoy
hear that?
the commercials.
Hi, I'm Hawks quarterback Rusty Grew, and I'd like to tell you doing it with yourself is okay. It's easy, fun, and you don't need any special shoes. It's the best thing I know for the pregame jitters. Cool and in control, Rusty Grew throws for over 400 yards! Treat yourself right. Masturbate before practices and games, and you'll be a winner too.
Hi, I'm Patrick L. Bender, children's attorney at law. Do the other kids hate you? Do they pick you last in gym? Do they call you fatty, hamburger patty? Let's be honest, kids can be cruel. But thanks to new legal loopholes, you don't have to take it anymore. Just listen to one of my clients.
Yeah, Jean wouldn't trade her bologna for my tuna, so I sued her good.
I'll help you stand up for your rights with teachers, too.
Mrs. Green was always calling on me in class, and I took her to court, and she was crying, and now she doesn't come to school anymore.
Call me, Patrick L. Bender, at 555-KIDS for a free estimate. That's 555-KIDS. Remember, even though you can't spell litigious, you can still take the law into your own grubby little hands.
Derek Carling was a modern-day prodigy, adding flavor to a bland world.
Derek was able to hear a song just once and then hum it all day. You wouldn't even realize he was doing it. It was like he brought this invisible happiness to our home.
I don't like any kind of music. Classical, rock, jazz, you name it, I don't like it. But Derek, somehow he made it all sound pleasant.
In a background music industry that demanded ubiquitous instrumental medleys, Derek Carling found success immediately.
Derek was a genius. I mean, no one could make shoppers shop longer or workers work harder.
At his height, you couldn't go anywhere without subconsciously hearing Derek's stuff.
Oh, he had groupies.
Until Derek's ego drove him into a nightmarish descent filled with booze and drugs.
He went from audio architect to audio autocrat in about the blink of an eye. He crashed and burned good.
Tonight, Derek Carling's 15 minutes of inharmonious infamy on Behind the Muzak.
Hello?
Mr. Smith?
Yeah?
About that kidney transplant you're waiting for.
Uh-huh.
Now you can charge it because I've got a pre-approved credit card with your name on it.
Boy, that would be great. Sign me up.
Cold calling can be hard, but the Telemarket 2000 makes it easy. Simply type in a name, and the Telemarket prints out personal information about the people you're calling.
Hello?
Mrs. Johnson?
Yes?
I know you're going through a painful divorce.
Who is this?
And nothing can take your mind off a lousy cheating husband like some beautiful aluminum siding.
Really? Do you think so? Oh, go ahead. Do the whole house.
The Telemarket 2000. Let us help you get your foot in the door before it's slammed in your face.